August 12th, he said, you need to let that man go. I said, do you get what you're telling me? Like, again, like, do you understand what you're telling me? He said, fuck that nigga. I said, excuse me? Like, do you understand what you're saying, let go of a man that's marriage-minded for you because you're ready for commitment. He said, like I said, fuck that nigga. And I was like, oh, okay. So the very next day, I sent a message and I let that man know.
Wait, you cut the man off before you got the ring?
Yeah.
Because he said, oh no, girl.
Oh, no, it gets crazier. Did you guys, that was August 12th, I let go of the dude. And then August 18th, we got married.
Wait, 6 days later?
August 18th. He called my dad somewhere in there, asked him for permission to marry me. My whole family knows him. All my friends know him. His mom, when he called his mom and said, Mom, I'm getting married. She said, to who? Sarah? Anybody that he told, everybody was like, to Sarah? When I was like, I'm getting married, they were like, to who? Like, which one of them? You know, like, but I was like, to Brock. And when I tell you, my parents are so happy because Brock is like, he's a husband already, you know?
First, I'm going to applaud this woman. I'm going to applaud her. Congratulations. She is a high value woman. High value women are very rare. Low value women are everywhere.
I don't really want to get married.
Read the book to differentiate. High and low value are like night and day.
Boy versus girl in the world series of love.
She is a high value woman because a man that she was interested in was also interested in marrying her. And she said yes. And now they are married. Congratulations to both of them. Oh, congratulations to her. Now, if you're the man, I hope you're not one of my subscribers. Okay. Why do I say that? If you're the man, go ahead and turn this off. If you're the man who married her, go ahead and turn this off. Because you need to be focused on her. But the reason why I say I hope that's not one of my subscribers is because based on what this woman says, she is not... First of all, it sounds like this man made a hasty decision. It sounds like he saw something that was slipping away or that was going to be taken away from him, and he made a decision, hey, I want to marry you. Which is not the ideal type of scenario, because he made a choice based on scarcity, based on losing a woman that I don't know if he ever had her, like if they were together before this or what. So you don't want to marry in a haste. Yet when she told her friends she's getting married, her friends were like, to who? Which one of your guys? And that is the inverse of how it should be. Why do I say that? She's going to be like, wow, I left all those guys behind for you. Now she might submit and, serve and be the best housewife on the planet. But again, you have to look at the history. She has been dating multiple men. She hasn't been married. She wasn't marriage-minded. See, that's the thing. The woman needs to be marriage minded. The woman needs to be striving for marriage, not the man. The man will marry if the woman requires marriage. She left the life of dating multiple men, having multiple men friends, to being with one man. He told her to get rid of that nigga. That was the marriage-minded dude. So, if she wasn't marriage-minded, if she was marriage-minded, she would have been married a long time ago. That's the thing. When a woman's striving to be married, she's either married or about, like, engaged and it's going to happen. Like, she's already with the man and they're having a wedding tomorrow. There typically is not a long gap of a woman striving to be married. Especially from 18. If an 18-year-old is striving to be married, she's going to be marrying her high school sweetheart, or she's going to be marrying the next guys who come around and start courting her and dating her. She's going to be marrying him immediately if she's striving for marriage, not just dating. There's a difference between dating and striving for marriage. Dating is just aimlessly having, relationships, one night stands. Oh, I'm happy with them. We off and on. Whatever. It's just, dating is just aimlessly going from relationship to relationship with no desired outcome. But this guy told her, now it sounds like this guy had known her for quite some time because his family knew her and all this other stuff, right? But if she was marriage minded, if she was striving to be with one man for the rest of her life, she would not have multiple male friends. That's not how women who are striving to be with one man operate. But here's the thing. This woman, and it's probably going to be on the back of this guy's mind. This is why I told him to turn this off. Is that she can leave him and easily go back to the marriage-minded dude. But she was not striving for marriage in the first place. So in the back of her mind, in the back of his mind as well, the other guy, if she even wants to be married, right? Because look at this. Think about this. She wasn't even thinking about marriage until the marriage-minded guy came along, because it sounds like her and her homeboy or whatever, they were friends or whatever and kicking it, and she wasn't striving to be with him for the rest of her life, because if she was, she wouldn't have been dating another dude. See how this kind of makes sense? Well, not kind of makes sense. It makes 100% sense. She wasn't striving for marriage, but the guy was. The guy was like, uh-oh, she's seeing some marriage-minded guy, and I don't want to risk losing her. Let me go ahead and marry her. Boom. Don't do that, guys. And says that she wants you to be her husband, and she's dedicated to you, and she's bringing a lot to the table, more than WAP and looks, And then one day you're like, this girl looks pretty good to me. Let me go ahead and see what she's talking about. And of course, if she gives you an ultimatum and says, hey, you either gonna marry me or I'm gonna keep it moving. And that's when you like, all right, I'll marry you. Right? Because a marriage-minded woman is not going to stick around for too long. She's not going to stick around without marriage. Now, non-marriage-minded women will stay indefinitely. They'll come and go indefinitely. They're on a dating market. They date from one man to the next and to the next to the next. Whereas a marriage-minded woman, they're going to put all they have into that one man. And after some time, she's going to be like, yo, you going to marry me or not? And then at that point, you can either say yes or no, or you can string her along if you want, but you can only string those women along so far until they're gone. So that's it for this video here. Once again, congratulations to her. And welcome to the High Value Woman Club.